Hello, welcome back to Conscious Evolution. How you guys doing today? Wanted to do a video here, just want to do a quick video, hopefully we'll keep it under 10 minutes today, about the healing sessions I did recently. And so before I get started, like the video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I have one more healing session, one more free distance healing session left. I can't believe I've done 9 of them already. I was adding it up all together today. I've done 9 subscribers. But the whole point of this, of doing the free sessions, was one, to confirm to myself that I have the ability to do this and reach out to anybody in the world. Doesn't matter where you're at. I can do that. You can do it too. And I can show you how to do it. It's really not that hard. You just gotta have a desire to learn this, to know it, to be that channel, that antenna for the frequencies. Because that's what you are. You're the antenna facilitating. You're pulling that light, that information, that frequency through from another dimension into this reality. I like to think of it as like a 5th dimensional light. Bringing that energy in, that unconditional love energy. Which is reminding your spirit, your soul, who you are. Really are. Remind you of your multi-dimensional self, of your higher mind, your higher self. Because we all have it. We all have a higher mind, which is connected to an even higher mind, which are our real true selves at the highest dimensions we exist at. Step down the consciousness. So in essence, they split apart the consciousness and create a new consciousness in a lower frequency. So let's say we're a 12th dimensional being and we want to have an experience in this 3D reality, in this 3rd dimension. So 12th dimension, we have to step it down to, I believe, is the 5th dimension is where you want to keep it at. You know, your 5th dimension, and then you go down to, it may even be higher, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever it is. Whatever best suits the frequencies to communicate between one another. So you have your higher self. Let's just say it's a 12th dimensional being. And we have a 5th dimensional higher self of another form of our consciousness in a higher dimension. And then we have a physical mind in this 3rd density, this 3rd dimension. So in this 3rd dimension, we have a physical mind that is just the very basics, you know, to keep us in survival, and our ego to keep us alive. I believe was the original purpose intended for the ego, among other things. I'm not getting into all that. I didn't really want to get into all this right now, but we're getting there. We're already there. We already did it. So let's do it. So you get your 12th dimensional self. We step down to the 5th dimensional consciousness, and then we insert a percentage, a very small percentage of our higher dimensional self into this physical reality. So I believe in this day and age, as Lori Ladd says it, she says we're between, like, I think she said like average is 6% of our light body is actually inhabiting this physical form. So that's only bit that we were able to trickle down into the 3rd dimension and hold that frequency successfully. I think up to 11%, but still, that's a really small percentage of who you truly are. So we have a 5th dimensional higher self that relays the information from your let's just say the 12th dimensional self, to the 5th dimensional self, to our physical reality in the 3rd dimension. So it's a bridge, essentially. Which is just like with these channels who channel these other entities are creating. That bridge from the higher frequency self to a middleman, which is your higher self, that can trickle that into the physical form, your physical being, your physical mind. So our higher selves are really there just to be a buffer, a communicator between our true self, our highest dimension consciousness that we have. But if we probably have so many splits off of our original consciousness that we couldn't even fathom it, because we exist in so many different realities and dimensions that we can't even fathom it, okay? Which is amazing. But just to say, we're dealing with the 3, the physical, the 5th dimension, our higher self, and our original self at the 12th dimension or 20th dimension, whatever it is, doesn't matter. So then we also have, oh, you know what, I wrote this down, I got a picture of it. So our higher self also is, it's like a bridge, okay? The bridge from the original self to our physical plane. So us knowing and being aware of our higher self, we can start to access that more frequently and readily on command, you know, when we want to, not just when we're in our passion. Because when you follow your passion, when you're doing things you're passionate about, you're channeling your higher self. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a good representation. Can you see that? So this is also how we connect with our spirit guides, or how our spirit guides can communicate with us. They communicate through our higher mind, our higher selves. That's pretty crazy, right? That's how I understood it from what Lori Ladd's last video was talking about. She really is an amazing, beautiful being. She breaks it down in layman's terms where I can understand it. So, but what I wanted to say, I wanted to tell a story about these healing sessions came into fruition last night. So I have Pam and Jenny. They both emailed me on the same day, within an hour of each other, I believe. 20, 30 minutes maybe, I can't remember. So let's just say an hour. They don't know each other. Pam was actually referred to do a session with me through Jody, who's a Reiki Medium 333. So she emailed me, and then Jenny emailed me just, you know, as a subscriber, a recent subscriber too, I believe, and she reached out for healing. It's just crazy that they both did it the same day around the same time. And so I've been responded to Jenny. This was just a couple days ago. It was like 2 or 3 days before last night. And then Pam, her and I have been trying to go back and forth to schedule a date and time, and it just wasn't working out. And so last night I was like, well, how about we just do it tonight? Like, I can do it at like 9:30, which would have been 8 or 8:30 for her time. She's an hour behind us. So we set it up, and I ran out. So we set it up for 9:30 my time. It was 9 o'clock last night, so I had to run to the store real quick, get some water and whatnot. So I had already emailed Jenny, and I'm like, you know, she hasn't responded in 3 days or whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and call her because she emailed me her phone number. So I called her, and it was just beautiful. So she answers the phone. I'm like, hey, this is AJ. And she was like, no way, get out of here. And I was like, what? She's like, I was literally just writing from like what Bonesy said. So Bonesy, in one of his videos, he talks about writing things down, putting pen to paper, and the frequency that creates. And so she was writing down why, or what does she have? What is blocking her? She wrote down what is blocking her from getting a healing. because she told me she tried to set something up with Case and with the computer, and it just didn't go through, or something wasn't working properly. It just like wasn't meant to be. And then she reached out to me, and then she didn't like want to keep bugging me. I guess she hadn't seen the other responses I got, and she was having issues with her email, whatever. That's a different story. It's not the point. So she was literally writing down why or what is blocking her from receiving a healing as I'm calling her to offer her a healing session in like 20 minutes. You know, like, are you ready to do this? Let's do it right now. And she's unbelievable. She was so excited. And I love that kind of stuff. That's the synchronicity there. You know? The synchronicity that she was writing something down because she saw Bonesy's videos. And Bonesy only has like 18 subscribers, which we need to change. I have 77 subscribers today. Check out Bonesy's newest video. He posted it like today, within the last 24 hours. So check that out. Go there. I'll try to put a link below. I will put a link below in the description box. Click on that. Subscribe to his channel. Like the videos. I want to see at least 30 or 40 of y'all over there subscribing, okay? Do it for me, please. That's how you can support me and him without, like, supporting us. You know what I mean? Without funding us, I should say. You know, help us live our dreams and live in abundance, and help us get the word out to reach more people, to touch more people's lives. Because we touched Jenny's life. We touched her life. I set it up. She reached out for it, and she got it. She's no longer blocked. Block has cleared. She got the healing, and she was the first person to donate to the channel or to give me a tip for a healing, however you want to think of it. And I thank you for that, Jenny. I really thank you. Appreciate that so much. So the synchronicity was there, man. That's such an awesome synchronicity, awesome story. I told Bonesy about it. I was so excited I had to call him. Like the synchronicity of it. The synchronicity that they both reached out to me in the same day at the same time to get the same thing, to each get a healing. And it just so happened that it worked out where I was able to set it up with Pam. And I was like, well, why just limit it to Pam when I got Jenny here too? Even though I haven't heard back from her, let's reach out and see if she's available to be open to the frequencies, or at least be laying down when I do it, because I'm going to send it to the frequencies. And when I was doing it, I also sent the frequencies to a friend of mine. My friend of mine's grandmother's been in the hospital for a few weeks and having a tough go of things, so I sent her the frequencies too. I mean, why not? You know, I was already doing it. So I hope that helped out. I didn't tell them about that yet. But the synchronicity, they both reached out the same day, at the same time, contacting me for a session, and they don't know each other, and they also live in the same area, I believe. If Pam lives in the same area as Jody, that's where Jenny lives, was near Jody. So I mean, the last three people are just so connected, and Bonesy lives out in Indiana, so he's right in that general vicinity too. He's right there in the central U.S. It's amazing. So they all reached out to it. We're all scheduled. I was able to finally schedule it with one of them, and the last minute thing, and I called Jenny and set it up, and she was ecstatic, writing down why she was being blocked from receiving healing. As I call and break that block, or she manifested that call and broke that block herself and received the healing. And it was so profound to her that she felt led to leave a tip or donation. I like calling them donations. It sounds better. So, yeah, 15 minutes here on the video, so it didn't work out for under 10 minutes. It never does. It's so easy to talk for 15 minutes. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I just wanted to share that story. I've been listening to a lot of Bashar today. Actually started last night, and it's just beautiful information. I absolutely love it. And if you're not into the whole channel messages thing, don't even think about that. Where the information is coming from isn't as important as it is if it resonates with you. That's how you use your discernment. If it resonates, if it feels good to you, if it feels right, if you get that feeling right here, that means it's resonating with you. And that's something you should truly pay attention to. Very close attention to. Those are your energy centers. Picking up on energies that you're familiar with. That you like because it feels good. And it just feels like feels like truth in your stomach. Because it is. It's you remembering who you truly are. Which is a multi-dimensional, multi-faceted consciousness. We exist at levels that we can't even comprehend in the physical plane. We can't even begin to even imagine the levels of existence that we live in, that we exist in. I can't, and I spend a lot of time thinking about it. A whole lot of time. Especially reading this book, Seth Speaks. It breaks down reality like crazy. I mean, Solomon Speaks, you know, breaks down, it lifts the veil on the reality, on the illusion that we're living. But Seth materials, when Seth speaks on the eternal validity of your soul, really dives into it. I'm only like 55 pages in, and my mind is blown at the depth of which we are at already. I put it on my Instagram page today. He's like, if you want to strip reality down to the bone and then strip the bone down to its marrow, then read the book, Seth Speaks. Love and light to all of you. Be the change that you want to see in this world. Because you gotta embody the change before you change your reflection. You can't go up to the mirror and just change the reflection without changing yourself first. Be the change that you want to see. Embody the change that you want. Be the change. And then your reality will reflect the change. As soon as you start reacting differently, when you start changing the way you process information, get away from the fight or flight, and start reacting differently, once you shift how you react to your life, then your state of being will change to reflect that. So be the change you want to see. That's what I mean by that. You gotta be the change, embody the change, and then your reality will change. Then you will shift to the parallel reality that best suits your vibration, your highest and truest vibration. I love you guys. Again, go to Bonesy's channel. Watch his latest video. It's by far his best video in my opinion. Absolutely stunning. I didn't even want to blink when I was watching. I couldn't even look away. It was so good. So good, so real, so raw. And that's how Bonesy brings it. Real and raw. I'll put a link. Click on the damn link. Like his video, subscribe to his channel. I want to see 50 subscribers on his channel by the end of the week. By the end of the weekend. That's like 4 days from now. 3 days from now. 50, he's got 20. It means 30 of y'all need to go over 33 people. Because that's my number. So 33 of you go over there, like and subscribe to his channel, and reach out to me if you want a distance healing session. I got one more, just one more left for free.